Welcome, friends. First of all, on behalf of Railway Academy, Rayat Bhera University, and Ramaiah University, I would like to welcome you all. We had been planning this webinar for quite some time to bring a higher level of interaction with people who are showing interest in our postgraduate diploma program in railway signaling and telecommunications under the guidance of IRSE India section. We were planning this webinar for quite some time, and today it's becoming a reality. It gives us an immense pleasure. I'm Sumit Kanu and I'll be your host for the session. With me, our mentor, guide, and trainer, Mr. Narayan Parvatikar, will join us as co-host for the session to answer your queries. We also have our counseling team with us to answer questions related to our course and guide you to take the next steps. So let's start with the program. Before we start the session, let us define why it's worthwhile to spend your time for the next 20 to 30 minutes on this webinar presentation, watching it. So let's first talk about who should attend this webinar. If you're an engineer looking for global career in railways with top 300 railway companies in the world, yes, I'm talking about top 300 MNC railway companies in the world, this is the webinar for you. This is the webinar where the eligibility for the program as well is you need to be a BE, an engineering graduate precisely, BE, Btech, ME, MTech in computer science, electronics and telecommunications, and electrical engineering. So only 3 disciplines are eligible to enroll into this program: computer science, electronics and telecommunications, and electrical engineering. Need to have 4 years of bachelor's degree in engineering, full-time, part-time, and distance education programs are not eligible for our postgraduate program. Next and very important point is that this webinar is not about government jobs in railways. So we are not talking about getting you a job in Indian railways, but we are talking about getting you a railway career with 300 top railway companies in the world. I'll take up few names to make sure that which companies we're talking about. We're talking about companies like Alstom, we're talking about companies like Thales, Larsen & Toubro, Siemens, then we're talking about Ansaldo, we're talking about Cyient, we're talking about Bombardier. So these are the companies where there are immense opportunities coming up for railway signaling engineers, and this is what the focus of today's webinar is. So who should attend this webinar? Freshers, final year engineering graduates looking for a high-paying job or a career in railway sector in MNCs. The second, engineers who are already in jobs but are not liking the job prospects, want to build a long-term career where they can grow faster. This webinar will be very, very valuable for them as well. Engineers who want to work on overseas railway projects in Europe and Australia, want to go abroad, settle, probably do projects there. So this webinar will talk about how it is possible with this course as well as in this career. Engineers who are looking forward to international licenses of IRSE or international railway licenses of reputed bodies, we will talk about IRSE license in detail. So this would be a very good content insight around that. Then last but not the least, engineers who are passionate about railway signaling as a career. So all those people who are very passionate about railway signaling as a career, they should attend this webinar. So agenda for the webinar is to create awareness about railway signaling as a career for engineers. Which are the companies where job opportunities are coming up in India and abroad? What is IRSE license and how it can help you in your career? what kind of skill sets companies are looking for, how you can start a railway career in 40 weeks of extensive training. So we will take up these 5 segments in this webinar today, and we'll try to answer majority of the questions which are going in your head, which our counselors have told you that you're interested to know about. So let's go forward from here. Top 3 questions we'll answer today in the webinar. What type of job opportunities railway sector is opening for private sector jobs, especially for BE, Btech engineers? How you can become a railway professional whose credentials are recognized worldwide. We're not only talking about India here, we're talking about the worldwide recognition. Last but not the least, and the most important for people who have been told that we've done fantastic placements with our first batch. So what are job placements after the course, and are there any proofs with us? So we'll be definitely showing you some proofs. So let's go forward from here. Let's start with a notification, a press release from Railway Ministry, which talks about that railway around the world is undergoing rapid transformations around speed, technology, automation, and intelligence. So Railway Minister said the government was spending around 1.2 lakh crore this year to upgrade infrastructure and move to completely computerized signaling. So the aim of the railways is to create a new Indian railway by 2022, and works are going on this regard. So there is a massive expansion going around in railways right now, and a huge investment is being planned. So all these projects will be executed by top railway signaling companies, top railway companies in India and abroad, and there will be a lot of job opportunities which will come up in this particular field. And there is a huge requirement of capable engineers in this domain for the next 10, 15 years to install, to maintain, to develop, and also do research and development in the upcoming technology. So there's immense scope coming up in railways in the years to come. Biggest ever railway expansion going in the country. There are 28 plus metro railway projects running up, and 20 more will be launched in 2 years in India. Besides projects in UK, Dubai, Afghanistan running worldwide, everywhere new technology is being included in railway projects. Upgradation is going on. So in India alone, or more than 50 plus metro rail projects are coming up, and no project can get commissioned without a railway signaling engineer. So immense opportunities, guys. So before we move forward from here, let us talk a little bit about IRSE India section. So what is IRSE? So IRSE stands for Institution of Railway Signal Engineers. So this is a professional institution based out of UK and is active in 53 countries of the world. So founded in 1912, this institute aims to promote the practice of signaling and telecommunication engineering within the railway industry and maintain standards of knowledge among the professionals through their memberships. So IRSE, being an international body, collaborated with Indian Railways in 2009 to form IRSE India section to bring in the same objective and principles of working and developing professionals in India as well. So IRSE has been committed to develop professionals in railway sector. So we formulated a course program to upgrade skills and induct new and young engineers in this rapidly expanding railway industry. So we formulated a 1-year full-time postgraduate diploma program under the guidance of IRSE India section. And then we collaborated with universities to launch this program so that a worldwide recognition is there from UGC as well. So we started this PG Diploma in Railway Signaling and Telecommunication program in 2017 under the guidance of IRSE India section and in collaboration with a university in Mohali. So the entire curriculum was created in consultation with IRSE India section and leading industry experts to create job-ready professionals for emerging railway signaling careers. So right now we have two campuses. One is in Mohali, which is Rayat Bhara University. And this year we are also launching the program at Bangalore with Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences. So moving forward from here, what is so special about this collaboration that we've done? So there are two stakeholders, major stakeholders who are part of this program. One is a university and second is IRSE India section. So I will first talk about IRSE India section, and we'll talk about the first thing that we get with under the guidance of IRSE India section is support of global railway signaling fraternity. So majority of the people in India and abroad who are professionals associated with railway fraternity support and recognize this entire initiative. Second, IRSE enjoys immense respect and recognition. So thus, because it is guided by IRSE India section people, the respect and recognition for this course and profession is also very, very high. You may speak about it if you have anybody in railways, in the engineering department, you may speak to them and inquire the respect and recognition of IRSE India section, and they'll be very happy to tell you that this is one of the most prestigious memberships and licenses to have for an engineering professional. Then the third thing that we get is that all the major MNCs have IRSE members on their roles to work on their engineering projects. So there's a huge amount of credibility among industry leaders and companies as well, and moreover acceptance for this program. So we get, and this is one major reason why we've been able to place our students in best of the MNCs this year within the first year of operations. So next point, it's not a certificate program. It's not a 3 months, 2 months program. It's a full-time postgraduate diploma awarded by university under IRSE guidance, recognized globally. So there is a joint certification given by PG diploma given by university and IRSE India section. So this has dual recognition in the industry, which ultimately offers better job opportunities for students. Next, moving forward from here, let's talk about job opportunities first. So I know a lot of you are very excited to know that are these placements real? So I'm very happy to say that from a first batch, everybody has got placements, and I'll be very happy to show you the offer letters as well right now. So let me introduce two of our students, Suhas Vijay More, who secured a placement with Thales at a CTC of 3.78 lakhs, and Manmohan also secured placement with Thales at 3.78 lakhs. So let me just showcase you their offer letters as well. So this is the offer letter of Manmohan. So we received this offer letter on 22nd of March. He's been inducted as DLP engineer located at Hyderabad, 3.78 lakhs, joining 2nd April, level of responsibility is LR6. So that's the breakup of the salary. Now let me also showcase you Suhas's letter. He's joining in the hardware specialist domain as design engineer in Bangalore, 3.78. 2nd April is joining, LR6 again. Again, you can see the salary breakup, design engineer. So jobs are with the exact MNCs, no contractors. Now, apart from these two people, I'll also show you two more letters. Allow me to introduce Mr. Gautam Yadav and Suyash Khare, who Gautam secured a placement with Tech Mahindra at CTC of 4 lakhs per annum, and Suyash Khare secured a placement with Alstom at a CTC of 7 lakhs per annum. So it's been a very proud moment for us to share that within the first year of operations, companies have given us a very good, favorable response, and our students have also done extremely well. And we look forward to improve upon our placement records in the coming sessions as well. So right now, the other two people are, hello, other two people are also, there are close to around 10 students in our second batch, and placement seasons are expected to start in May end for them. And we look forward to a fantabulous placement season as well this time also. So let me showcase their offer letters to you as well. So let's have a look at Gautam of Yadav's letter. So this is Tech Mahindra. So he's joining engineer in U2 band at Bengaluru at 4 lakhs. So that's the detail and CTCs to the company. And then let me also share the Alstom letter of Suyash Khare. He is joining at Kochi, and that's the 7 lakhs package CTC. He's joining as TNC engineer at Kochi. So that's the offer letter we are showing you. The idea is to actually, we understand that there are many courses which promise of placements, but and it is your right to know that the right records, proofs, and validations about placements and jobs. So I hope we've answered, and we've tried to justify what we're trying to say, that this is the best course available in India in terms of railway career, and a worthwhile investment of your time and money to secure a long-term career in railways. Going forward from here, what industry and railways say about the career prospects? So let me introduce Mr. Arun Saxena, Vice President, IRSE India section, who came to our Railway Career Summit last year in Delhi. And he was talking about that around 8.5 lakh crore worth of railway projects are presently there to get commissioned. But there is an acute shortage of railway signaling engineers in the industry, because of which proper commissioning is not happening. So imagine the quantum of work, quantum of projects presently in India itself. Moving forward from here, I would also like to introduce Mr. Anshul Gupta, who's Secretary of IRSE India Section and Executive Director, Railway Board. He mentioned very specifically that you will never find yourself searching for a job after this course. Career opportunities are immense for young engineers in railway signaling domain. He's one of the professionals who have supported and also guided us through the design, development, and in fact, delivery of the course program. So he's been a great support to us and this initiative. Next, moving forward, we also invited Mr. Rashmi Ranjan Ray from Bombardier, who came to the Career Summit and was mentioning that they are aggressively looking for young leaders in railway signaling career for our global projects. So there are huge opportunities worldwide in railway projects, which a company like a market leader like Bombardier is addressing. So he mentioned about upcoming career opportunities worldwide on global projects. So then we also invited Mr. Ravi Prakash Karchela from Thales. He was also mentioning about that they are always look out for worthy railway signaling talent all across global sites. So companies are looking at people, but there is an acute shortage of skilled manpower. And thus this initiative, which is supported, guided by IRSE and within the frameworks of a university, promises to fill the right gap which is currently there in terms of skills, the training, and industry academia connect. So, as you can see, this course is being supported by industry, this course is supported by professionals, this course is supported by international fraternity, which helps us create a very unique proposition for you as well as the industry. So let us now talk about the career opportunities. So there are the railway career can be divided, specifically the signaling career can be divided into two broader segments. One is the outdoor career and second is the indoor career. So when I talk about outdoor career, we're talking about installation, testing, commissioning, and maintenance. So around 20% of all railway jobs emerge in this area. So as you start your course, majority of the people joining the railway signaling career start their career in installation, testing, commissioning, and maintenance projects and develop hands-on knowledge. And then they move to indoor careers. I will specifically talk about from our batch. Suyash Khare has gone to outdoor career. Manmohan, Suhas, and Jacob, Manmohan, Suhas, and Gautam have been are joining the indoor career currently in design. So in design, estimation of projects, designing of railway signaling projects, documentations and validations and verification is coming up in a very big way, which is talking about security, safety. Testing and simulations is another area which is coming up. So this is one major reason why we have inducted computer science graduates to be part of this program, because there is a lot of software development which is taking place. So it's a great field to come up, and with the developments in the area of hyperloop, rapid metros, bullet trains, a lot of simulators and software applications will be developed in the years to come, where such knowledge of railway signaling will be appreciated and awarded immensely. So moving forward from here, what is a role of a railway signaling engineer? So if you ask me in one line, I would say that they ensure safety. And that's the prime objective of a railway signaling engineer. So guiding the train on correct route, then controlling the trains in between the stations, enhancing speeds, ensuring safety, preventing accidents, information to passengers, reservation by trains, suburban train services, which means in Gurgaon, you see a rapid metro network coming up. There is one coming up in Noida as well. So the railway networks encompassing a limited geographical area is what is suburban train services, metro train services, then unique systems over the globe, like upcoming technologies coming up, Hyperloop. Then we also see a huge amount of technology interventions coming from railway signaling in the field of driverless cars, then hyperloops. Moving forward from here, let us look at the career path. The best part about railway signaling career path is the flexibility. You may start your career in outdoor. After a few years, if you would like to switch to indoor, you have the right flexibility to do. So starting with an engineer, within 5 to 7 years, you become a project engineer, then commissioning manager, program manager, and senior tech roles. So in terms of salary, if I talk about, you start with a package upwards of 3 to 4, and within 5 to 7 years, you see yourself earning around 25 to 30 lakhs per annum. Is not a distance dream at all. You may check out from the Naukri job ads for people who are companies are publishing for. The usual package is upwards of 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs for a person with around 7 to 10 years of experience. So let us, and plus there is also a flexibility of moving from a tech role to a management role, always at senior levels and positions. So this is one major reason why a lot of you don't see any retired railway signaling engineer currently in the industry, because they all have got numerous job placements and offers with private companies, because there's a very acute shortage of manpower and experience. So in the initial 3 to 4 years, you need to acquire knowledge, right skills, and then the career path and the rise is very rapid. At the end of the course, we are promising. Now let's talk about a bit of about our course also. So at the end of the course, the kind of profiles you can expect is signaling designers, RAMS engineers. RAMS is coming up in a very way, which is talking about reliability engineers, verification and validation, testing engineers, then IRSE license engineers and IRSE membership engineers. So we'll talk about IRSE in a bit of detail right now. So there are various global standards in railways. So if I have to explain it in a very, very simple form, every country has evolved their own railway standards. For example, Indian railway standards, British railway standards, American railway standards, Australian standards. So though our course covers majority of global railway standards, but the emphasis is on IRSE, because our train system was developed by British, and IRSE systems and standards are very readily adapted in Indian railway systems. Plus, because IRSE is one of the oldest standards in the world, the recognition of that standard is there in 53 countries, and majority of the commonalities are well appreciated everywhere in the world. So IRSE is one of the most respected standards in the world, and there are two ways to associate with IRSE. One is through membership and second is through licenses. So as you join this course, we get you inducted as a student member, whose cost is around 7,000 rupees inclusive in the course itself. With IRSE, you start your railway signaling journey. As you progress through the course, we train you to prepare for IRSE license exam. So IRSE has, in order to become an IRSE license holder, the process usually takes 6 months to 6 years. It is not given to any fresher. You need to have relevant work experience in this domain. So how do we help you get that work experience? So first and foremost thing, during the 40 weeks of training with us, we have mapped our entire curriculum as per IRSE license exam curriculum. So during the 40 weeks, you get trained on the license exam curriculum in addition to the railway signaling skill set that you learn. So it helps you in two ways. One, you get trained as a railway signaling engineer. Secondly, what you're learning is mapped with the IRSE license exam, so that you don't have to prepare twice. All you need to do is that need to be focused and relevant in your domain. Then we get you placements with relevant railway companies, and then you start your railway career. Within 6 months, we also guide you to maintain, in order to get the license, you need to fulfill some requirements of IRSE. You need to start maintaining a logbook of what all work you're doing in those companies related to railway signaling. Then you need to choose right license category. Then as you start preparing for the exam, you need right guidance. This is something that we provide. Then there has to be evidences of your work which needs to be properly guided. Then there is a workplace assessment by an IRSE assessment company. Then your competence is assessed, and then you're inducted as a member. So how do we help you? One, there is a proposed waiver for 1 exam out of 4 exams for students of this course. So you save your time. Next is we're bringing the IRSE mentor support system in addition to the course, who guide you through webinars, through personal one-on-one mentoring and interactions. Then there is expert guidance that we provide you to take up the exam. Course is beautifully mapped with IRSE exam curriculum. So the entire preparation for those membership exams is done during the course. And then you get your career, the most important, you get your career in right railway companies. We get you inducted in railway companies. So the placements are very much core railway based. Let me briefly explain what all modules are there for IRSE certification and global norms. There are about 7 modules that you have to take up, starting with signaling and safe railway operations, signaling principles, signaling the layout, railway communications, railway applications engineering, signaling systems management and engineering, signaling research, investigation and project is there, and signaling professional competency. So we have mapped all these modules within our course program, and I'll explain you how. So in the next slides, I'll be explaining you how this is being done. So the most important thing right now comes is that who teaches them. Means I may have the best curriculum, I may have the best course, but if I don't have best teachers to teach, it's futile, it's no use at all. So what we've done, we brought in the best railway experts around the country to train you. So let me explain Mr. Vijay Velanki, who's having about 29 years of experience with Siemens, Oracle, ECE across the globe. So he comes from railway background and is one of the very, very good trainers with us. So another guide and trainer and mentor we have is Mr. Narayan Parvatikar. He's having 37 plus years of experience with Indian Railways and MNCs. The best part about our trainers is that they all are working. They're not retired. So they have the best relevant knowledge as of now being implemented in the industry to guide you. So you get the best and the latest technologies hands-on during the course lectures. So we bring in those railway experts to your campus. They come there, they train you, they stay there, you interact with them, and they take you to railway sites, explain you the projects, equipments, and everything. And they also mentor you to pick up the right area of expertise for yourself. So I'll introduce 2 more trainers that we have. Mr. Korla, who's having 35 years of experience with Central Railways and is working with Siemens, Oracle, ECE across the globe. Mr. Tawargeri, who's having 28 years of experience and is working with Science and ECE. So ECE is a railway college providing training to railway. Once you qualify the railway engineering exams and join Indian Railways, you go to ECE. So we have brought in all those experts from there to train you right now. So this is the picture from Bangalore. We took our students for industrial training in Bangalore at E2E, where the students learned about equipments, hands-on experience on equipments and tools and techniques under the company's on-site visits, on-site projects. Further, there is a very important component of industrial training of 1 month in our course program. So all these students undergo industrial training on-site with companies, working live on projects on sites. So as you can say, Central Electronics Limited, they went. This industrial training of 4 weeks is in addition to the technical visits and railway yard visits that we organize time to time during the course of program. So whatever you learn, you go out and see it, experience it, learn the hands-on things. Now this is the picture where we took our students to STTC Ghaziabad, again a railway signaling institute under the government of India. Then the students got trained in the workshops. Then we also invite speakers from Indian Railways to talk about the recent changes which are going on in Indian Railways, so that students can acquaint themselves with with changes and systems of Indian Railways, at what level and scale Indian Railways operate. Then we've also got books, periodicals, question papers, case studies, and learning materials from IRSE libraries in UK, which act as base for a training. These are available in the university libraries for you to refer. Plus, there are a lot of multimedia content available, which students are being given by the experts during the lectures. Now, let's talk about the course breakup that we have. So the course is more than 600 hours. So major components is basics of signaling, principles of interlocking, electrical signaling, electronic interlocking, developments in signaling, CBTC, ERTMS, PTC concepts. Then there's a specific section that we have allocated in terms of hours to IRSE studies. Then there are telecom topics that we cover, which are around 150 hours. So this is the overall breakup that we have in the course, which will be undergoing in 40 weeks of course duration. The entire content, because we have a very good fraternity of railway experts associated with us, so content is optimized with support from industry who are also your potential recruiters. So we have a lot of people from these companies guiding us to improve upon the content, telling us the new inclusions that we need to do in our course program so that we stay updated. So every 6 months, within the last 1 year, we have revised our course twice based upon the input suggested from various industries. So going forward, talking about the campuses and the fees, Mohali campus, the tuition fees is 1.5 lakhs. Industrial training fees is 50,000. Industrial training fees is the fees that we take from students to organize visits and training in various government sites, private on-site. So there are charges that needs to be paid to them. So we incur those charges. Then stay is on us. Local travel is on us. So for a duration of 1 month and plus additional visits and technical visits that we organize from time to time. This also includes your 7,000 rupees of IRSE student membership. Then there is an application fee of 3,000 rupees. So Bangalore campus tuition fees is 2 lakhs. Mohali campus is 1.5 lakh. 100% education loan is available from leading PSU banks and private banks for this program. So because this is a university recognized program, so you can get very easy loan, and we'll be very happy to support you in taking up loans, education loans. So by this, I come to the end of the webinar, and I welcome you all for the career journey that gives respect and earnings like no one else. So if you have any questions, please feel free to call Poonam, Shivani at the numbers mentioned here, or you can write to us at the email IDs mentioned here, and we'll be very happy to answer your queries. And going forward from here, I would request that if you have any questions or any queries related to course, job placements, training, topics we are covering, methodology we have, we'll be more than happy to answer any kind of queries you've got. Please free to ask us your queries. Remember, this is going to be an investment of your time and money which will decide your growth for next 10 to 15 years, or probably more of your career. So evaluate the options very carefully, and I'm very confident to say that there is no career in railways which can match the proposition we are offering. So the opportunities are immense, so are the options. So I leave you with your judgment and wisdom to take up the right course for yourself. We look forward to your questions and queries. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Thank you very much.